Yeah, I mean, I was sitting on the 48 box, and they had a solid race, but uh, kept themselves in it on pit road. Obviously, with that number one pit stall, I think he's really really tight most of the day, and they freed it up on that last one. And lo and behold, here he goes, taking the lead from Bubba. And I thought pretty much at that point, I didn't think anybody was going to catch him. Maybe the 19. The 19 was looking pretty good, and stalking the 23, and then. You just can't ever count out Kyle Larson, and especially at this place. And you could see some of the other guys starting to struggle a little bit, and his car just doesn't fall off when he puts it up on the fence the way he does. And he was coming. And I know they were talking to Alex about change his line, and he did. I think he did everything he needed to do, and unfortunately, I think he had a little bit of damage when he got in the wall a little bit earlier, and so he was just struggling trying to keep it off the wall in 3 and 4. And of course he got into it, and that's when Kyle got the lead. So great to see our guys up there battling for the win, and to get a 1-2 finish here at Homestead. Obviously a little bit disappointed in the other guys getting some penalties there late. It took them out of the contention of being in the top 10, because I think we could have had all 4 there in the top 10, but still, just an exciting day to get a victory.
So what we've learned to try to do well as a team is every week we have that belief of our driver and of ourselves. And so whether we're going to Martinsville, which is next week, or Homestead or Darlington, or places that, on the outside looking in, you would consider us really good at, we're very much a process-oriented team, and we try to hold ourselves to a high standard, a high level at which we prepare and bring that to the track every week. So, this week our mindset was very much of getting in our rhythm to start the year. Obviously it started with a couple speedways, road course, and you kind of get the season broken up. So we really wanted to find our rhythm of just the process things, not overstep. And you really saw that today. We didn't show anything flashy or special, until the end of the race. We just had to stick it out and grit it out to the end, and that's what our team's capable of.
Do you come in today even more motivated? I know you're highly motivated every week, every race, but did you kind of come in today like, I am going to win this race? I mean,
not that. Definitely extra motivated. And given past history, I just wanted to take the green flag and kick everybody's ass today. Honestly, I wanted to get to the lead early and just dominate like I was yesterday. But then the green flag flew, and it was like the opposite. I was going backwards and getting pissed off in the helmet and just frustrated, but just figured that day was not going to go like that. So then you forget about all that. I think just leading into the race, that's what your thought process is. But then after 10 laps or so, I quickly forgot about the wanting to kick everybody's ass all race long, and was just like, all right, let's try and work hard at this and get a win. And that's kind of how the race played out. So yeah, I mean, I'm proud of myself for kind of overcoming that immature mindset, before the race, and just digging down deep to stay in it, because it wasn't a typical Homestead for me. I was never able to get to lead until it really mattered, where typically, I lead all the laps that don't matter, except for the last one. So yeah, just proud that we were able to keep our heads in it today.
Thank you. Deb Williams with Auto Week. With this victory, Kyle, this is your 14th in the current Cup car. What is it that you think about this current Cup car fits your driving style and allows you to do that?
I don't know. I think if we would still have the 2021 car, I'd have about 50 Cup wins right now. So I think switching to this car has limited us from winning. So I don't know, but I think just being with a good team and being able to adapt to new things is something you try to pride yourself on, and I think that's an area where the 5 team really excels, and the 24 as well. I think we probably share or top 2 in most next gen wins. So young, adaptable drivers and teams. So yeah, they're difficult cars to drive, though. You have to run really hard, and I think that probably benefits a guy like myself.